creating Titans, creating a Titan agency, creating a Titan leader. And so on Friday, I'm going to go over the past week a little bit, what I have done, what trainings I have created, and what will be coming up for the next week. So that's always on Friday. If you're watching right now and if you have some questions, please drop them in the comments and I'll see if I can. So, but let me just show you a little bit about what is Titanology and what are the main. I think for a lot of agencies, that's not the problem here. The problem is when you add all those customers, are you sure handle that influx of new customers? Are you sure that at the other end, these customers will still need to be delivered? For example, is that they use Slack just to let everybody know there's a meeting, for example. That's one way. But if you have to chase your team to get on a meeting through Slack, then you have an issue. Slack is not the place, or that's not the way the communication should go between you and your team. If you have to chase your team and put messages in Slack like, hey guys, are you coming to the meeting? That's not a good situation. Then you have an issue that you have to fix as soon as possible. And the way that you fix this can be multiple things. But structured communication is about using the tools the right way, right? The example that I just used is about Slack, but communication can also be setting up a regular meeting. So instead of like maybe once a week or twice or once every 2 weeks that you set up a meeting, you can set up maybe a daily short meeting. That's what I call a team huddle or the stand-up meeting or however you want to call it, right? And this is also communication because you communicate on that meeting. And since it's something that's repeatable, always on the same time, on the same location, you don't have to chase your team members because everybody knows it's at that time, at that location, always the same link, for example. This will help you tremendously in being more efficient in your communication as well. Now, communication can also mean how are you communicating to your external customer? This is also a topic that's really important here. And talking to your external customer can be done, again, through WhatsApp, through email, through a whole lot of different channels. What I advise my customers is trying to look at, okay, can you incorporate your customers into your project management space? If you include your customer within that space, then that's already your communication, your external communication through a tool. So you don't have to go into your mailbox to communicate with your customer, right? Communication with your customer through email is hopefully not the only way that you're doing it. Otherwise, you will have always the kind of feeling that if you're going in your mailbox, you're going to get a lot of questions and a lot of fires to put out from your customer. So it's going to cause you stress if you're only communicating with your customer through email. I try to avoid that. I try to really put my customers in Slack or through ClickUp, which I use as project management, so I can communicate that way. And through ClickUp, it's more structured. Through Slack, for example, it's more direct communication. If it's really urgent, for example, you can go through that way. But that's about communication. So then we look at the systems, and the systems part is to really to streamline your delivery system, streamline your onboarding processes, streamlining your sales processes. It's a whole range of processes that are in place in your company, hopefully, and that's where we look at how to streamline those. This can be done through a whole lot of techniques, and I've done a training about that earlier. And I'm going to do a training for that next week. So let me see if I can bring this up. It's this one. So the training that I'm going to do next week is pretty specific, I would say. but it can give you already an insight what will be done through the one-on-one coaching, and this will also be available in the group coaching. But it's really about removing waste in your delivery, right? What I see if I analyze processes within agencies, and I did that as well within corporate world, I see a lot of waste. A lot of waste in terms of people waiting on each other, in terms of not reaching the deadline soon enough, doing things twice or repeating certain tasks, or tasks are just sitting in a specific status and it's not getting done at all. And that's a lot of waste. So we need to look at how we can remove waste in your delivery. So that's the training for next week. So if we look at, for example, what I will talk about is this principle. It's really about lead time and cycle time. And the thing is, what you need to do within any process is you have to try to get those two together. Like the lead time should not be too much more than the cycle time. So this is something that I'm going to talk about next week. And this is like a more detailed version of that, but it's really looking, so that's really important. So that's the third pillar. And then the fourth is like the whole, is like the supporting pillar for all of the others is your leadership. Like I said before, most of the company, most of the agency owners, you have created your agency. You need other skills. You need the leadership skill set to make sure that you can sustain it. Because if you have the communication done, you have the systems done, you have the team done, but you don't have the leadership skills to support that, then again, things will start to break down. And you will feel so overwhelmed that you don't know where to go. And we want to avoid that. You need to become really the titan of your agency, the titan leader that can inspire everybody, that can inspire your team to become the best versions of themselves. And I did a training this week about this as well. And this training was about how you can create your leadership philosophy. With one page, one document, you can communicate how you are as a leader, and it will make you think about yourself as a leader as well. So you can come up with something that really feels right for you, that's really connected to you, so you can inspire your team with who you are as a leader. And I call this the Titan Charter. No, sorry, the leadership philosophy document. The Titan Charter is for the team. So let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is. So this is my leadership philosophy document, right? I created this with Canva, nothing too special. So I started from a worksheet that I have with a lot of questions, and from those questions I answer them, and from there you can create your philosophy. So here you can also see where the whole Titan idea comes from. So the Titanology, for me, really important is that my team, let's see if I can enlarge this a little bit. So my team, I want to have Titans in my team, right? So the Titan is an acronym that I use. It stands for trust. So my team, every team member should have the trust in yourself to be the best version of yourself, and also trust in your team members. They should inspire everybody. It should be an inspiration to their team members, to everybody around them. That's what I want. They need to be able to transform your environment in a way that will bring the best version of yourself. So you need to be somebody that has a growth mindset, that wants to change what's currently going on, that wants to change his habits, his or her habits, to make sure that they can become a better version of themselves. They need to be able to adapt. A great attitude to that adaptation is important. And never stop learning, right? Never stop learning. There's always something new that you can learn. Either it's learning on the job or it's learning for your personal life. There's always something that you can learn. So that's where Titanology comes from, really, to make sure that I have a team of Titans. And I do have a team of Titans. And I hope you do as well, because it's so important, right? So that's really the 4 core pillars. So if you have any questions about those 4 pillars and how they can help your agency, and you feel like this can be something for you, just let me know, drop a comment below, or watch some of my other videos on the space, on my Facebook page, on my Facebook group as well, and my profile. I have a YouTube channel, I have a podcast as well. So you can find me almost everywhere, or you just can go here to the side as well, where you have all this information too. But yeah, that's Titanology. So I hope this was a little bit good information for you. And again, if you have any questions, any information that you want to share, just drop a comment below and I will follow up as soon as I can. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next Friday. If you have questions in the meantime, I will try to answer them next week on Friday. See you then. Bye.